And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, Day Late Dollar Show podcast. It's your boy Martin with my partners in crime, Marlon and BK. And we are back with the one and only Mr. Rosha. Is it Rosha or Rosha? Rosha Washington, actor extraordinaire.
The GOAT.
This is crazy, man. That's look good. They ain't laughing because they know me and they know this shit. Like, wait, this is crazy. Like, now he's what? Oh yeah.
Bad.
And look, that's what make it feel good, though. Like people that really been knew me, it's like, damn, you really doing this shit. It's like, I am. Look, God has no respect of person. You see that firsthand.
Yeah.
It is.
So back into the questions, what I was trying to ask earlier. You posted a couple weeks ago on your Instagram how we should use this quarantine time to perfect our crafts and not letting it slow us down. So for example, like I try to tell like my friends like in the music industry, like, look, people, these A&Rs are quarantined like us. Put your content out there, tag them, and you hit it right on the nail. You was like, they're at home. This is where they're pulling all of their talent from now. So use this as a benefit instead of like saying, oh man, I'm sitting out of the game. Like, no, play in this game and use it to your advantage. Do you think a lot of people can take advantage of it? Like, because I listened to your interview with us and you're very mature to say like you're getting into acting. Like I listened to what you're saying and I'm like, you're at places older, professional, been in the game for years and years and years at. So do you think like taking your own advice can help like also build you up and also like the younger people that's coming under you? Like, look, take this quarantine time and make something happen.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about it. I take my advice all the time because I get my advice from me. When I use it and apply it, then I go out and give it out. And see, the hard time that the thing I have a hard time with is once I learn a new concept that I find out that works, whether it's like forgiveness or whether it's like learning to like, make old connections or start new habits or start fasting or praying or whatever the season is for it. Once I get a hold of it and I see that it works, I like go to push it on everybody. So I be having to like draw back because I got to realize everybody's not in the same season as me. So even with that message, I was cautious as to where, because some people, it is time to relax. It is time to chill. So it's all about your season and what you feel like you need to be doing. But it's so much going on, man, to where it's like it's nothing. Like you say, everybody's at home. Everybody's at home. Nobody's at work, dog. Everybody is at home. So it's like at some point in time, and even the people that are working, that's those people's jobs. A&R people, talent scouts, their job is to find new talent. They get to sit at home and just look through buku stuff and just look for buku new talent when they normally don't have the time to do it. So people look at back in the days, I have submitted to like over 8 different casting directors that would have never knew my name until the screw came out. But I'm acting like that's not even going on. But I'm just sort of say, they would have never knew Rosha Washington. I never seen my face, me even act a little bit if I would have never submitted. As opposed to back in the days when you probably had to know somebody to meet them, or go to New York to meet them, or go to LA to meet them. Everything gets streamlined to on your device. So it's like, why not, man? When you at home doing nothing, if you're an artist writing new songs, you could take 2 hours out the day, out of 2 days a week. We got 7 and buku other hours. If you just take a little time to dedicate to your craft, that way when all this is over and they open back up, you're not left behind. Because the joke about it is a lot of people are gonna be left behind.
Yeah.
People that didn't take advantages financially and everything. I mean, all the resources that they're putting out right now, it's so much we could be getting ahead in. Like, it's so much we could be using to get ahead. And it's like, if you behind, and then not only that, but we have the time to focus and to get these things done. So if you ain't,
and I think that's what's gonna like set you apart from everybody else in the industry. Like, you already maturing at that point where like somebody under you young and coming in, they're not there yet. So that your mentality and your views is going to get you so much far. And I'm sitting here like amazed because I'm like, this is the first like thing he's done. Like, no, he's been doing this for years and years and years because you're so seasoned. Like,
watch out, Denzel. Watch out, Denzel. He coming. Watch out.
To be honest, life has made me this way. Life has made me really seasoned. Experiencing a lot of hardships at a younger age has made me more wiser early on. And not even just experiencing them, because a lot of people experiencing them, but learning how to like capitalize off of them instead of making them hurdles and making them just bad experiences. I learned how to, like, when I lost my grandmother and my brother, how can I capitalize off this? Let me go into a fast. I was in a deep depression, but I was like, let me seek God heaven. You're gonna give me something. Like, I put all my trust in you. I wasn't working, nothing, like sleeping on couches, and then Screw came along.
God's plan.
And everybody think you got to be out moving. I wasn't out moving around like I'm doing. I wasn't doing all that. I was waiting. Sometimes you just gotta just chill and do nothing, and be like, God, I'm gonna let you work and do nothing. Literally, I'm telling y'all, the audition came to my email. Imagine going to your email and somebody say, "Hey, Brooklyn, we want to hire you for this job." What? How did you even know I worked in it? I was like, how y'all even know I'm an actor?
It wasn't even something you applied for, like.
No.
Except, sure.
But like you said, you put in the work, and then you were being still at that point. You weren't. You know, a lot of people, especially in like the situation we're in right now, where we're limited in what we can do. You can work yourself out of opportunities.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, looking at now, you know, now is the time where you can evaluate where you are, who you are, what you're doing. Like you said, how can I take whatever I'm doing and elevate it to the next level? If it's putting out more content, you know, doing the research, even if it's not necessarily, but putting out content right now, but finding where to put out the content when stuff does start popping off, you know.
Who to contact? Who are the casting
What's
directors?
your foundation look
Who
like?
are those A&R people? Who are their managers? Where do they work? Where do they live at? Like, these are things we can find out without making moves on.
Right. Like,
so that way, when you do get in that area to have time to do that, you already know, oh, this is what I do for that. Oh, this is what I do for that. Oh, this is who I contact for that. I don't actually call the company office because they're not going to answer the phone, but I email her because I read that. So yeah, that's how that's
find their social media handles, find their accounts, follow them, tag them, whatever you got to do to get yourself in a position to get seen one way or another. And you know, even if you're not in a creative industry of music, arts, movies, film, whatever, you know, if you're in business, you know, and you want to work for another company, find out more about that company. Like there was a post circulating, like when all this first started popping off in quarantine and stay-at-home orders, and it was saying, you know, if you're not having a new skill or you're not doing this, well, that's not everybody walk right now.
It's not everybody's thing.
Like mental health and I know for me, like I'm a grinder, like 7 days a week working, you know, working on a podcast, 2 jobs, like the whole thing. That's me. But now having the time off that I have, like I've gotten more rest in this last month than I've gotten in years. Like I'm healthier. And like I went through being sick and everything else like that, but mentally I'm healthier. Physically, I feel better now coming over, having COVID and everything like that. And it's like, man, like I'm at a place where I can focus and see what my next steps, I can think about what my next steps are. Like I'm not
guess what happens when you have 7 or 8 different things going on? God's gonna be like, so what you want me to bless again? You want me to bless your cooking company, or you want me to bless your modeling career, or you want to be a singer, or you want your own security company? You want
which one is it?
I don't know what to bless. I don't know what to bless. You got 8 different projects. God, like I can bless all of it, but I don't know what to bless.
Yeah, you throwing stuff at a wall and seeing what stick, and you not being intentional about anything.
I had to make a choice, man. I had to let it go. Maybe not many jobs came. Like I was teaching I taught for like half a year, 6th grade, man. They was offering me like 55 G's to come back.
Oh.
And guess what I said?
Nope.
Nah, bro, I'm good.
My mama was like, boy, you crazy. And I told her, and she was like, I understand, man. She said, pursue your dreams. And literally that next year I got screwed. But if I'd have been working at a school, I wouldn't have been as open and available. So,
to do what you were doing,
it's sacrifice.
Yeah, man. You know, and that's important. And like BK, like you mentioned, for the people coming up, like setting that example and putting that out there, like sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Like you know, I've done sales for a long time, and I would always tell people that I would train, like not all money is good money.
Yeah.
Not every situation is the best situation for you. Just because it seems like it's stable or it seems like it's good for you, you know, you could have missed out on an opportunity that's going to drastically change your path and your trajectory by making $55,000 a year?
Because to people, that's money. It is.
Yeah,
Like,
it is money. But
wait, what? I was in the mean. I was just like, nah, I can't do it.
Compared to your dream though, that's so much less.
yeah, it's minuscule.
What? That ain't nothing. And that's another thing about me. I don't operate off money. I never have. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And it's good and bad today because I have money and get rid of it. Because I feel like money come and goes. I could have 10,000 one day, nothing the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But that's the artist in me. That's the frivolous lifestyle. I don't have anything to really for me to be taken care of. So it's like I could live like that. But if you got kids or if you in a relationship, then your choices will be different because you have somebody else to consider. You know, so a lot of people look at my life and they be like, damn, I wish I could do that. But you have your method, your way of doing it as well. You can't do all that I do because I can't do what you do.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing, like putting yourself in a position based on your circumstances.
Exactly.
Like not living your life based on what other people got going on, what other people's circumstances. Because like you said, you know, if you somebody that got an old lady, got a wife, got a relationship you have, or if you have kids, like you may not be in a position to say, nah, I can't take 55 G's.
I can't 55 G's, right.
I gotta take the $5,000 a month, because guess what? $5,000 a month, bills get paid real quick. Ends met like a motherfucker for most people.
Real quick. Man, yeah, real quick.
But at the same time, though, I mean, you know, there's a lot of guys that come from our city that get a break like yours that blow up and do well. I mean, most recent that I can think of is like Jason Mitchell. Like he portrayed Eazy-E a few years back. And it's like his career, you know, he's had some hiccups over the last few years, but I mean, he, you know, Godzilla, you know, not Godzilla, King Kong, and then like movies from there, like series, The Shy and different things.
The Shy was clutch too.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, you're putting yourself in a position where your opportunities, you're on a similar trajectory like that.
Yeah. Very similar.
Do you see yourself like moving to like Atlanta or like New York or LA eventually? Or are you kind of just cool where you at?
Ideally, I want to have a house in New Orleans and a house in LA. Well, LA or Houston.
Now, what about Atlanta? I know a lot of people go like films are filmed in Atlanta. Like, is that a possibility too, or not? You just rather just go to like LA or Houston?
Nah, Atlanta's oversaturated. There's a lot of work there, but it's oversaturated. I tried to move there a couple of times, but it wasn't in the cards. So
You have a lot of, because we had at one point the abortion bill, and a lot of companies were talking about pulling out, and you know, if this passes, it's going to affect our workers, and we're not going to invest, and we're not going to do this, and we're not going to do that. And you know, that's something that wasn't that far ago, because we were talking about it less than a year ago. And mind you, now with everything going on, I'm sure. But yeah, like you said, you know, Atlanta is one of those places. It's kind of like where everybody goes.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody knows LA, but like you said, Atlanta's where to work at. I know I have family who work in the industry. Sister-in-law, she's in the costuming and wardrobe and stuff like that, and she's worked on some big shows like Claws and stuff down here. But I know my brother and her, they were talking about moving to Atlanta at one point just because that's where the career
is.
That's where the work is. Yeah, especially for somebody that works in those kind of departments, it's a lot of work for them. But as far as me as an actor myself, like it's only, I would limit myself to like day player stuff and one-liners and, you know, co-starring and stuff like that. And honestly, my career is taking off to where I'm only be able to do leads and reoccurring on TV shows. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even something I'm choosing. That's just how it works out. Because I can't go from a lead and go back into like, how you doing? You want some coffee with that? I can't go backwards, you know?
Yeah. Right, exactly. Progression going forward.
Number 12.
Yeah, for real. And that's all God, man, because it just goes to show you don't put limits on God. Like, I had to learn that, man. I just don't put limits on him. Even now, before all of this is happening, man, I'm just like, people like, what do you want to do next? I don't put no limits on God. Like, whatever's coming next is coming. Like, I'm just here for the ride.
Facts.
As far as
All right.
politics go, like, is there, like you said, not putting limits on it, obviously, but when you look at opportunities, like you see, God, his name escapes me, but he played Paperboy in ATL.
Okay.
And with Donald Glover,
Donald Glover, Lakeith Stanfield.
and then God, what's his name?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look it up. But I say that to say he's moving into Marvel now.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing he has a lead role. Well, one of the main characters for the Eternals, which will be coming out in the next few years. Like, is that somewhere like you see yourself like, hell yeah, I got an opportunity to be in a Marvel movie, why not?
Hell yeah, I get an opportunity to see myself in the Marvel movie. Why not?
I know, right?
Hell yes.
You gotta be quiet about that
Marvel,
one though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You gotta be real hush hush with them. They don't play. Yeah, you can't say nothing.
He signed so many NDAs. I signed some NDAs for this, but I'm him, so it ain't much they can do about it, to be honest.
Exactly.
They gonna do recast.
Brian Tyree Henry. That's who it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, right? If you haven't watched ATL, it is a funny show. But
yeah.
He went from being one of the main actors on there to now he's cast in a Marvel movie. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's an opportunity.
How it happens.
All right, last thing for you, brother. Top 5 movies. Go.
Of all time?
All time.
I'm a movie watcher, man.
Pressure.
Let's go.
Okay, that I like. Not something that I think like top 5 best movies.
Oh, your top 5.
Yeah, your top 5.
My top 5. My top 5.
The pressure's on.
I'm thinking about actors. I'm thinking about movies.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna start off with It's hard. I don't know.
You'll do 3? You'll do 3 instead of 5? Is 5 too many?
5 is broad. Like, I watch a lot of movies and I enjoy good acting. I enjoy good dramas. So, but it's no like movies where I'm gonna say like I watch this every time. I enjoy watching Shawshank Redemption. I don't know why, I just do.
Hey, that's a great movie though. Like, it's really
Shawshank Redemption.
Okay.
Shit, I just seen The Invisible Man. That was good.
Yeah.
I heard about that one. One more. Let's do one more. There's too much pressure.
I'm gonna give it a Jordan Peele, Us.
Okay.
Ah, nice. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, that was good.
Damn. Cause I'll give me 5, but it's okay. That's a hard.
Oh, and I like.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like Pet
Cemetery.
Cemetery.
Like, if it was me, first thing that come to mind is Harlem Nights.
But see, everybody has like a movie or go to. Like, I don't have that. Like, I'm not just like my favorite movie of all time. I have a lot of movies that I like watching. I like watching. I don't know if y'all saw Julia.
I heard of it, but never seen it.
With Meryl Streep and he cooks and she's a cook.
Yeah.
See, I like stuff like that.
That was a really good
life. That's like normal life, like, but it has a play on just like normalcy, but it's still good storytelling.
Because that was Amy Adams, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and I like stuff like Fried Green Tomatoes.
Another one.
Is that the movie?
Good movie.
The Fried Green Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Good movie. Whatever happened to Gilbert Grape? Who ate Gilbert Grape's brain? Yeah. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Never that.
That's a lot of.
That's Johnny Depp, right?
Huh?
The Gilbert Grape joint was Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp. Yeah, that's a lot. And Leonardo
DiCaprio. Yeah.
It's a lot of white movies, but I mean, it is what it is.
Hey man, look, that's how cinema was back in the day. But look, man, you changing the game. You bringing a new story that a lot of people need to know, a new flavor, and just putting something out there that people definitely are gonna watch, are gonna enjoy. And man, we appreciate having you on. We look forward to when it comes out and being able to sit there and watch it and on whatever platforms or however it's gonna be distributed. Look, man, pay for it. Don't bootleg it. I damn sure.
Absolutely, I'm paying for it for sure.
Yeah. Pay for it. I have it. Whatever happens with it. Hey, but look, just follow my Instagram. I'll probably post something when that time comes when it happens. Follow the page, All Screwed Up. The page on Instagram is called All Screwed Up. The director Isaac Yeoman, he posts stuff there sometimes, and on his page himself, Isaac Yeoman, Chill Vibes, he posts a lot of stuff on his page as well for like updates and things like that. But it's cooking, man. And I'm just look. Everybody think they anxious. Imagine how I feel.
Yeah, man. We just don't know.
Work and putting in the time. You ready to see it?
Yeah. So, but I'm definitely putting in a lot of. I ain't never worked this hard for something like learning information, researching, just eat, sleep, and screw. You know what I'm saying? Like not even just screw. The whole SUC clique. Like it's a lot. Like so, but it's an enjoyable thing to learn about somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? And with him not being here anymore, it's like I feel so blessed and honored to get to play somebody else. Like it blows my mind every time I think about it. Every time something like this happens, when somebody reach out to me, I'm like, wait, what? Me? Like, yes, you, nigga. Yes, you.
Yes, you go. Come on now. Stop it.
Yeah, it is, man. Well, look, like we said.
Ain't got no last questions?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for y'all to wrap up production so I can sit there and binge it.
Exactly. Yeah. Me too.
Or whatever. I'm not saying you can binge it. Whatever you could do with it.
Hey, look, whatever.
As long as you watch, it's all that matters. That's a fact.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate y'all having me on too. Like so early on, like wanting to know and intrigued because I remember people that support me from early. So like. Most definitely, when that time comes, you got me on record. I'm being recorded. So
hey,
it is.
When that time comes, if I ain't to not next time, it's gonna be hitting up my assistant. It's like, man, Taro say this baller. Taro say this.
Got booked an appointment.
You recorded him before your ass was here.
Right. Who is you? Who
the fuck is people?
But thank you, man.
I appreciate y'all taking the time out for real. I enjoyed it. This was funny. So good. How y'all think I did for my first interview?
Hey,
man. Look, 10 out of 10.
Hey, go.
Looking forward to seeing you everywhere, man.
Absolutely. Man, I know that dude.
I really know him. Everybody, your friend, brother Marlon. Nah, he's like that's like real friend. Like we really were together in college. Like we really.
Kappa Nu, baby, Kappa Nu.
All day.
Shout out to them. The best parties.
College parties. All right. Well, man, look, once again, we appreciate it. We definitely enjoy having you on. We're looking forward to seeing All Screwed Up whenever it does come out and when it's done and everything else, man, that you're going to be in the future.
Appreciate y'all support, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Absolutely.
All right. And we out. That's another one.
Peace.